Respect your parents, respect your boss, respect your state, respect everyone. Why the heck should we give respect to anyone if we disrespect ourselves the most? Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Marty and I used to give respect to everyone for free. I was the perfect daughter, the caring girlfriend, the quiet high achiever. Until one day I realized, wait a minute, I'm remembering everybody's wishes, everybody's boundaries, and I still get treated like a doormat. Well, that's not how it works. That's not how any of it works. Your level of self-respect is the manual for how people treat you. And in this video, I'm not giving you a list of tricks to make others take you seriously, because that is not what you need. What you need is to understand the psychology of becoming a respectable person. So you will get 13 psychological tricks that still help me rebuild my self-respect. And when you change that, you will automatically start to attract people who respect you and repel the ones who can't deal with that version of you. The first psychological trick is stop making yourself look like a loser. Round shoulders, hunched over, tight, eyes looking down. Let's play for a second, okay? Who am I? Obviously, a boxer who lost a match. Obviously, a dog who was defeated in a dogfight. When we stare on our phones, we take a loser posture. You are unconsciously training yourself to feel like someone who loses, and then you act from that identity. Be it when you're waiting for a job interview and just quickly checking your messages, or when you're on a date and going to the toilet. Remind yourself daily, hourly, minutely to go from this to this. Yes, it means sitting straight on the toilet, and it also means holding your phone like this. Respect starts with how your nervous system, your body, sees you. Number 2, keep your word to yourself. Respect isn't about keeping promises to others. It starts with keeping them to yourself. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you're reinforcing the belief that you are unreliable. That is called having low self-integrity. Integrity comes from the Latin word integer and means whole or undivided. It's when your body, your heart, your mind, and your spirit are all in agreement, and it shows in your behavior, in your life. Imagine this. You make plans to help a friend move on a Sunday morning at 7 a.m. You tell them you will be there and help. But Sunday comes around and you really can't get out of bed, and maybe you're getting kind of sick. And you know others will also be there to help, so you just text them. No, sorry, I can't make it. How would your friend feel? Disappointed? Maybe like they can't count on you when you promise something? That is the relationship most of you have with yourself. You promise yourself a lot, but you don't follow through. And you think nobody sees that, so it doesn't count. I will start working out. No more wine for dinner for me. I will call grandma this weekend finally. I will have this honest talk with my husband. but then you find excuses to not do it. Your subconscious hears every silent promise you break. Your self-respect is like a bank account. Every promise kept is putting money in the bank, and every broken promise is a withdrawal. And I get it, we're human, life happens. But then honor your integrity to yourself by doing just something small to keep your promise. Walk instead of taking the car, or drink a glass of water after every sip of wine. Show yourself that your word matters. And if you realize you just can't keep these promises because your life is such a mess and no time, let's look at what you are actually prioritizing in life. And that is number 3. You can't half commit and expect full results. If someone followed you around for a week, watching every move, how important would they say your goals are? Would you respect a person that spends the days like you do? My coach always says 100% commitment is easier than 99%. And what he means by that is the brain doesn't like to make decisions. The brain is lazy. But when you are 100% committed, there is no negotiating with yourself, no back and forth, no, just one bite today, or maybe this party is okay, but the next one, no. Yes or no, do or don't. This is not about discipline. This is about you honoring your word and prioritizing that. And then there are some of us who prioritize others' needs above their own commitments. And that is number 4. It is not your job to make others feel good. Unless you are caring for a child or a pet, you are only responsible for yourself. Of course, you can care about others, and you should. But many people confuse caring about others with being responsible for their emotions. And I know it so well from my past self. Ich sollte mal wieder meine Mutter anrufen. I should call my mother. It's been a long time, but I hate it that she makes me feel so worthless and so guilty every time. But I know that she is so sad and lonely, and I'm her child, so I have to, right? Let's clear this up. Nobody can make you feel anything. Your mother or mine does not tap into the synapses and control the adrenaline that shoots up. You and your subconscious do that on its own. She is not responsible for how you feel now. You are. And then you get to choose. Work on your guilt, go to therapy, have an honest conversation with her, or stop calling altogether. It's yours. And secondly, you cannot make her sadness and loneliness go away, even if she tells you otherwise. Her feelings are her responsibility. Of course, she can ask you to call her. But if you don't, it is her responsibility to take care for herself. Yes, be prepared to disappoint a few people, especially when they don't know that version of you. But when it comes to the needs of others, you need clear communication and boundaries, not silent expectations and guilt. And that is number 5. Have boundaries with clear consequences. Period. Many people say that they have boundaries, but what they actually have is a wish list of how they want to be treated. Maybe you have this one person in your family who gently bullies you with their nice advice. Oh, Marty, you still don't have a boyfriend. Maybe you should stop, this gym thing. Men don't like women with muscles. That's gross. One day, you gathered your courage and you told them, hey, Auntie, I know you mean well, but I am working on my stuff. I'm an adult. When I need your help, I will ask you. Let's talk about something else, okay? And a few months later, oh, Marty, did you gain weight? Did you stop this gym thing? Maybe I should prepare a salad for you instead pizza, or, oh, sorry. You work it out on your own, right? Oh, I forgot. And suddenly you are the dramatic or the overly sensitive one. A boundary without a consequence is just a wish. To make it a boundary, you must add a consequence like, the next time you will talk to me like that, I will hang up. Or I will leave the room. Or I won't come next time. And the hard part isn't only stating the boundary, it's following through with the consequences, even when guilt tripping or disappointment show up. Number 6, don't be the emotional trash can. You know what I mean, the person everybody goes to when they want to complain about their life. And I know you guys, you are empathetic, you want to be there for your friends. And if you really have the resources and it gives you energy, then go for it, do it. But be aware if you do it to really help or if you just want to be needed to make up for your low self-worth. I was the latter. I thought of myself as so very understanding and helpful, the psychologist of the group, the coach, and I felt so proud that my friends and my coworkers all opened up to me, to just me. Until I realized that I wasn't doing it for them, but for me. And now I do help when I am asked and if I have the resources. And if not, I say so. No over-explaining, no guilt. Respect your own energy. If you burn out helping others, no one will save you. Even more important, actually, did they ask for your help? Or did you assume that they needed your help? Number 7, stop mind reading. Many people interpret what others are thinking and feeling, and they call it empathy or intuition, and then they act based on that assumption like it's a fact. And don't get me wrong, empathy and intuition is powerful, but assuming you know what the other person needs is not. And this habit is not your fault. It's actually a defense mechanism from childhood. Especially children from unstable households had to develop these mind-reading abilities to survive. Imagine the following situation. Dad is coming home, he's coming up the stairs, and the child sits at home and listens. Dad is coming. How do his footsteps sound? Is he angry? Is he drunk? Can I come out of my room or should I stay inside and pretend to sleep? But I'm so hungry. Will I get hit if I eat that one sandwich? And this pattern repeats itself everywhere. Imagine your date is sighing the whole evening and looking kind of annoyed maybe. And your internal monologue goes off. Do I talk too much? Am I too boring? I shouldn't have talked about my family. Does he want to leave? What should I do? Stop it. A little trick that I use instead of overthinking is say what you observe. Say the story you are telling yourself aloud. Ask, So, hey, I noticed you sigh a lot this evening. I tell myself the story that something's the matter. Is that true? Most people are in their own head and has nothing to do with you. Respecting others means letting them speak for themselves. And respecting yourself means asking when you're not sure, not building stories in your head to hurt yourself. And then what about those moments when you just snap, or when you become really defensive, or when you just shut down emotionally? Triggers. That's where I often lost my self-respect. And that is number 8. Know your triggers. Think back to a moment where you overreacted and afterwards you hated how you showed up. What was that really about? Sometimes it's also about a type of person. So for me personally, it's often a male that has a position of power or authority, and even worse, when I feel that he thinks he's better than me. For example, some university professors that I had, or also a former boss. Whenever I talked to them or I had to present something, no matter how good prepared I was, I intentionally went into my loser posture and was the nice little girl, and I felt so small and worthless while talking to them. Triggers are always about hurt values and wounds from your past, not only the situation in front of you. I realized that my whole childhood I was trained to fear authority. It didn't matter how they treated me. If they were in a position higher than me, they had the power. Teachers, companies, taxes, and training your nervous system to be calm in that situation takes time. But it all starts with awareness. Recognize your triggers, and this gives you space to respond instead of reacting. And in that space, self-respect grows. The more self-aware you are about your emotional patterns, the more grounded and powerful your presence becomes. And the best way to respond instead of reacting, that is trick number 9. Let your first word be a breath. Your physical state will change, and it shows on the outside. Especially when faced with rudeness, one deep breath is often all it takes to regain control and think clearly. Let me prove it to you. You are just like your mother! Oh, how dare you! You know I hate it when you talk to me like that. I did so much therapy, I worked on my wounds, and you still say that to me. I'm not like her! Versus, you are just like your mother! I mean, I am related to her, but I just don't see the connection to our argument right now. See the difference? That breath is a simple but powerful habit to develop. And you can start after this video. And of course, what you say after breathing is also worth looking at. That is trick number 10. Watch the I am statements that you make, because that is your subconscious identity. Do you talk about yourself like you are a respectable person? Or do you say, all right, things like, I'm so shy, I'm such an introvert. Oh, I'm always tired, my life is such a mess. I'm so pathetic. I'm a chronic overthinker. These sound like facts to you, but they are actually beliefs that are so ingrained in your identity that you say them without thinking. And I won't tell you to say positive affirmations to yourself and that's it. But if you constantly speak about yourself as if you are broken, you're teaching your brain that that is true. And then you will start acting like it. How you talk about yourself shapes how you see yourself and tells others how to see you. And regarding your language, there are even more subtle, degrading phrases that we're using every day. Number 11, stop saying, I don't know. And I don't mean when you really don't know a fact, but for a lot of people, I don't know is trained helplessness. Hey, Marty, what do you want to do after university? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe go travel and get a job. But also staying in research is also, kind of nice. I don't know, really. You just answered. You do know. Who else should know? It's just that you did not decide yet. But for many of us, I don't know is a code for I don't matter. And that was totally me. My ex would ask, what do you want to do this weekend? Maybe hiking or go into nature? Do you want to go skateboarding? I don't know. You can choose. What do you think? I thought I was being caring by suggesting the things I knew he liked. But when he went on and asked, but what do you want to do? I would just freeze. Anything's fine, I guess. And I meant it. I remember telling my therapist, there really is no opinion coming up. I don't feel it. I really don't know. Why is that? Because as a kid, my opinion didn't matter. So I trained myself not to have one. And as an adult, I became a doormat. I trained my ex to think that my voice didn't matter, just like I was taught. And if you truly don't know in that moment, say, let me think about it and I'll get back to you. Number 12 is to stop using degrading filler words. Words like just, maybe, kind of, sorry, but they all serve but one purpose: to shrink what you are going to say. You are unconsciously making yourself smaller in conversations, trying not to offend anyone or to sound too assertive, but that is people pleaser language. Search your emails or texts for the word just or maybe, and you might be shocked. I was. Hey, I just wanted to check in. Maybe you missed my email last week? Sorry, could you please take out the trash today? Notice that all of these sentences can be said without the filler words. Did you see my message? Can you take care of that today? Please bring out the trash. If this sounds too direct or rude to you, it means that you are used to softening your existence by default. Your worth is not tied to how little of an inconvenience you can make yourself. If you respect yourself, stop apologizing for asking what you need. Number 13, stop saying you're trying to do things. I try to build a business. I try to call my mother next week. I try to get fit. I try to finish my thesis this month. It sounds like a good intention, right? Like you're putting so much effort in it. But saying I'll try tells your brain that failure is a possibility, that you are not in. I try means I'm not fully committing, so I can't disappoint myself. Trying is often the most subtle form of avoiding. And would you respect someone who avoids getting their shit together? This is about taking yourself seriously. Say what you are going to do, then follow through, or consciously choose not to. No drama, no judgment, not I tried and I failed, and this means I'm not worthy and an imposter, and so on. Trying creates permission to half-ass your potential. If you want to respect yourself, choose to be all in, or decide with confidence not to, which is fine. You came here thinking respect comes from how others treat you. And now you know it starts with how you show up for yourself. Look, all these years you learn to disrespect yourself won't disappear after one video. But one breath more, one filler word less, one small promise kept to yourself, that is how you reclaim your self-respect that you had all along.